Snapper, what's going on? I just been working all morning with Amy and Robin, and they've had some people coming over. Hey, check this out. This is our media room. Notice that there's no TV on the wall anymore. We've got some exciting new things planned for this here media room. We're gonna redo our book. This is an abortion at the moment. We're gonna redo all this motherfucker, put the bookshelf back together. And for everyone asking where my Segway is, it's here. Where is my? Here it is, but it's not plugged in. It's uncharged. It hasn't been charged. Robin had made me move it. Excuse me, why did I have to move my Segway?
Because it doesn't belong in the laundry.
Very good. What you making?
Surprise.
Oh my golly gosh. Fuck! Stands for follow-up question. Sometimes when I do a question of the day, there's a heap of questions come through. Perhaps I didn't probably clear something up. So often I do a follow-up question. And the question was, how do you find the difference between what's your soul-guided desires, what's your higher mind desires, and what you've been subordinating to? If you missed yesterday's question of the day, you've made a massive mistake. I don't know really what to say there. But remember, I need a fucking pointer. Can I point with this? So, this is your feminine receiving mind. This is where you subordinate to people. This is your masculine transmitting mind. This is the higher mind. This is the lower mind. The higher mind, the masculine mind's on the border of the soul. This is the all-seeing eye. This up here in the higher mind, the border of the soul, is where your deepest desires come down from. If you don't have any resistance, they'll move through the mind and manifest in the physical plane. By the way, the law of attraction only works if you have congruency between the lower mind and the higher mind, which means that your feminine mind, the receiving mind, has to take orders from the male. If you go and look through all of the ancient wisdom that got converted into the religious constructs and you look at their teachings, they always say the wife should submit to the husband must be the head of the house, blah, blah, blah. This doesn't mean male and female, wife and husband. It means lower feminine receiving mind, higher masculine giving mind. Give, receive. We talked about this. The physical body in many ancient texts was referred to as the house or the temple. Male, head of the house. Now, if your own masculine mind, your higher mind, is weak and you don't honor it, you don't acknowledge it, you will get your feminine mind fucked by some other bloke. In other words, if you live down here in the feminine mind and the receiving mind, you'll be more easy to manipulate. The followers of the world live down here, the leaders of the world live up here. People who are yet to find themselves, people who are yet to know themselves, the real self, the higher mind, will become followers. They follow other people who have found themselves. They become the followers. One really quick way to tell if you're a follower or a leader is to ask, are you a net consumer or a net creator? Do you buy stuff in other people's brands or do you create stuff for other people? A net consumer is more likely to buy into the brands of other people. Oh my God, I gotta get this brand, it's got this guy's name on it. The leaders want to create their own brands and have other people wear their name. Anyway, I'm going off on a big old tangent again. Here's how to tell if something is coming from the higher mind or coming up from the lower mind. Up here, the language is love. But down here in the receiving mind, you use moral imperatives to describe the things in your life. I should be doing this. I've got to be doing this. I have to do this. Oh my golly gosh. Snapchat, having a quick lunch interim. Let me get back to that lesson in a jiffy. Oh my golly gosh, amazing lunch. Wait. Love languages. Get your pen, get your paper, write these lists. I've shared this before here on Snapchat, but I'm doing it again. Let's get some light on the subject. Get a full piece of paper, write down here high mind, or in brackets, soul's desires, and write I love. And then go and answer the question, I love. Go and answer it 10 times, 50 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. Write down every single thing in your life that you love. Do not include future things that you haven't actually got. Don't include, oh, I would love to one day do X, Y, and Z. No, fuck that. Write down what you love now. Look into every single corner of your mind. Look for songs, colors, tastes, smells. Look for food, restaurants, people. Look for countries, places. After you've written a list of a million things that you love, the next one you want to write down is, I'm inspired by. I love, write down a million things here. I'm inspired by, write down a million things here. The next one, I'm energized and enthused by. Write down a million things here. The things that you're really called from deeply within to do will energize and enthuse you. I could be absolutely shagged city, and at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. at night, if I get on Snapchat and do a mini lesson, I get to teach something that I'm inspired to share, I will be buzzing after that. Some of my friends have sometimes come around after I've just stopped doing one of these lessons, and they think that maybe I'm on the gear, on the drugs or something like that. When you're inspired to do something, it'll energize you. Now, if you actually do this properly, it could take weeks, if not months, to do comprehensively, to actually get everything out of the mind. But at the end of it, you'll have a big list. Firstly, it doesn't hurt to have a list like that lying around. I put it on Google Drive so it's there. And if you're having a shitty day, you bust the list out and you read the things that you love. Secondly, if you're in the process of finding yourself, perhaps finding your purpose or soul-guided purpose or desires, analyze the list. Look for the common threads. Your purpose on the planet isn't just going to spit itself out and put it in a perfectly formed sentence, but it will be in the list. If you analyze the list and look for all the common themes, and you give it attention and you ponder on the list and you keep thinking about it and you focus on it and you set the intention that you want to pop a purpose out of this and you can draw the common threads, you will find magic in it. Now that I'm on a roll, I could probably keep doing this fucking lesson for another 2 hours. There's another sheet that I want to at least cover. I won't go into too much detail. But on another sheet, write down lower mind. Write down here, lower mind, body's desires. Remember we got here, higher mind, soul's desires, lower mind, body's desires. I should, I've got to, I have to. Go and write all the things that you fucking think that you should do, got to do, have to do. Write down the things that in everyday language you unconsciously use, the moral imperatives. I should be doing this. I've got to go to work today. I should go to the gym this afternoon. Anything that you use those fucking words is really not that important to you. You're subordinating to some fucking idea that's not yours. Same thing applies here as it did here. If you get this, focus here, Matt. If you get this big ass thing here, you got a list of 1 million things, or maybe 3 million in total of all your imperatives, and you focus and concentrate on this list and you draw the common threads and themes, you will find who the individual people in your life are that you subordinate to. It is a phenomenal realization when you take the time to do this. It takes a ridiculous amount of time, by the way. I assume that maybe 0.01% of you actually do this, but who's got time to figure out what they love, right? But the lower mind one is very, very interesting. It's very important to do this one because when you get the list and you figure out the common themes, you realize that there are key individuals in your life that you look up to. Specifically, your lower, impressionable, feminine mind looks up to the masculine, higher mind of someone else. Your shoulds are someone else's inspirations. And for the duration of time you keep living to please and appease someone else, you're going to have a miserable, shitty, fuckery, boring, unfulfilled, miserable life. With a little bit of war in the mind, you'll have fucking crazy, oscillating thoughts. You probably won't find a great amount of financial success. And at the end of the day, you'll never get there. It's a never-ending loop. Because if you go and please them, you're going to be pissed within yourself. If you stay and please yourself, you're going to run guilt for not pleasing them. And that's why this particular Snapchat has once again looped back to the same message I've shared so many times before. Know yourself, be yourself, love yourself. And by the way, before I leave, once you find the people, once you find the individuals who you know that you're subordinating to and you're looking up to and you're trying to please and appease them, usually it's a mum or a dad, there's a science to break that. Here it is, it's called the Demartini Method. This is my mentor, John Demartini. Most of you guys know this, but he has a program called the Breakthrough Experience, and he teaches you this. He gives you this technology. It'll change your life. Because everyone looks up to someone at some point. And for the duration of time that you live in their shadows and you think that they've got something that you don't and you self-minimize and you live in their shadows, you'll never make it. But you go and do a breakthrough experience and you go and break through them and you break through infatuation to them and you realize that, you know what, they're just a human just like you, but they followed their masculine mind, their higher mind. And you'll go and develop a new level of love, appreciation, gratitude, and respect for them. And you'll realize that they've got what you've got and you've got what they've got, and you'll give yourself permission to shine. Snapchat, good morning, what's going on? Big wet in Brisbane. Oh my god, my gosh, look at this. There's a big fuck off cyclone up north at the moment. Look at this, the river's high, golf course. She's moist over there. There's some flooding. We're very, very cozy, we're dry, we're warm, we're safe. I'm doing work all day, I'm wearing my pajamas, I'm not getting dressed. It's gonna be a good day.